Hello and welcome back to officially what is now Pop Therapy. We have made the transition. These are not just Pop Therapy episodes in the Curious Life podcast. We are now fully all in Pop Therapy, and there's no one better to jump in and talk about all of the Bravo madness that is unleashed in the last few days than my friend Kat from Worm With A Mustache.
Hi,
Thank
I'm
you
back.
so much for coming back.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm pumped to be here on, it's basically a national or a international holiday, Jen Shah release day. So
Crazy.
Happy release day to all who celebrate or cower at her release.
100%. So I think when you were on a couple of weeks ago, we talked about this.
We did.
And we were like, how is this, the celebration of felons seems to be a thing. And we did make the distinction between some of the crimes. I mean, how outrageous that we even have to rank crimes in the Bravo world.
Yes. Yeah.
But there are different levels, and Jen Shah had legitimate serious victims. And, from what I understand, there's, a person that took their own life because of what had happened, what she had inflicted
I didn't know
upon
that,
their family.
Actually. I don't know if I knew that, but because their financial state just got it so detrimental, I would imagine.
And I don't know if I'm getting the stories mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it might have even been like a veteran who, had then lost everything and then ended up taking their own life. I mean, it's like layers and layers of tragedy.
Yeah.
And here she is, another, again, a social media sensation. Is she getting the sit down with Andy?
The only thing I would want from Jen in any capacity would be some sort of 60-minute style interview, because I want the tea on Ghislaine Maxwell. That's all I want. And Elizabeth Holmes, because they were prison mates. They were those three. I would bet they were little gal pals in there. So that's the tea that I want.
Yes.
And, Jen was a Biden voter, so she's going to spill all the dirt. So she's not going to be protecting anyone in those files. So that is the only kind of juice I would want from Jen there. Is
so she could redeem herself.
Some redemption there, but I don't want her back in any capacity on a Real Housewives franchise. No.
No, and I wonder if we'll get statements from the Salt Lake City girls. I think they've filmed a reunion already. So I'm sure they would have addressed it in anticipation of her release. What do you think? What do you think the temperature's going to be?
I'm sure. I feel like Heather will for sure continue to distance herself, because I feel like she's continued to do that over the last couple of years. Since, what was it? Probably 2 seasons ago now, with the whole Monica situation where she said that she finally admitted to Jen giving her the black eye. I feel like Heather will have something to say. I could see Meredith having something to say. I could see Lisa maybe staying a little bit more neutral.
Yeah.
I could see Mary having an opinion for sure, because they always kind of butt heads from the hospital scenes from the very beginning.
Totally. And I actually read something. I think it's just a whisper at this stage, and maybe, it's one of those blinds that are never going to come true, but something about Meredith being offered a friend of role for next season and turning it down.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Because I heard that, and then I also heard the contracts haven't even gone out yet. So, I heard it get squashed or shot down pretty quickly. Okay. But speaking of legalities, and this is all alleged, and I'll have to send you the TikToks that I've been seeing after this. There's coming across my desk, I've been seeing a lot of things about Lisa Barlow and questioning the legitimacy of her businesses. And
Really?
Lots of people digging in on Vita and Fresh Wolf.
Wow.
And how none of them have a LinkedIn presence. None of them have any sort of salespeople or representatives and people. And like, then that like same person. So this person that was like doing this research works for a software company where you can go into a company website and the software basically crawls the business page for like LinkedIn, when the business was founded, like probably even like your like business ID number, like all of this kind of like data about your company, like when it was founded, who's the CEO, all of that stuff. You can even go, so she did this for like Lisa Barlow's 2 companies. Nothing doesn't crawl, nothing pulls up. And I wish I had the person's name so I could credit them and who they were, but I'll find it after so that you can credit them in like the notes or whatever of the podcast. And then she goes to even like Meredith Mark. So it's not like it's even like too small of a business to like have data. So she goes to like Meredith Mark's businesses or her website. All the information's there. It's like an actual business, when it was founded, who's the owner, all like the, you know, headquarters, like mailing address, like all of the like data about the company. But nothing came up for Lisa's. All alleged. And this, everyone in the comments is like, wow, you're going to get sued. You're going to get sent a cease and desist. And they're like, I welcome it. I would love to get served a cease and desist by Lisa Barlow. But it's like, and then I saw another one today, basically kind of alleging the same thing. And it's like, what were they saying? That, oh gosh, you just completely lost my train of thought. But no, all of the comments were basically just like, oh no, they were like, well, no wonder. That's why when Jen got arrested, she called her lawyers shaking and freaking out because she's probably allegedly doing illegal shit too. It's like, why would she be so nervous about other housewives getting investigated if she wasn't doing shady, weird stuff as well? But it's like, I'm convinced, and I've been saying this for years, and I don't know if I said this last time, but I'm convinced that there is a live feed into the FBI's white collar crimes unit of Bravo. And they're just watching like some FBI agent did the classic husband drive by. And we were literally just talking about this earlier where they were like, okay, so who's that? And then this guy literally rolls up on the scene of Teresa Giudice paying cash. And he's like, so what does her husband do? Oh, he owns some pizza shops. And they're like, huh.
Totally.
She's got that much. He's got pizza shops in Jersey. He's like, I just watched The Sopranos. He's like, I'm going to take this back. This is like some FBI agent. He's like, I'm going to go take this to my supervisor and be like, this seems a little weird. Crack the whole case open. And then now they're just watching Bravo all day long. Being like, okay, that's questionable.
Yes. But this is what I don't understand. If people have skeletons in the closet, the last place you want to be is on an international television show, right? But it seems to be the feeder for all of these people. I don't get it.
I think it's because if you are going on reality TV and you think that your life is that important, there's a level of narcissism that you think that you can just get away with anything. Like you think that you are just untouchable and like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you, like if you have this like air about you that you think, oh, people are going to want to see my life and all my pretty things and I'm important enough for people to watch on TV. Like, you're not even thinking about the fact that like someone's going to find the skeletons in your closet. But like, I mean, for me, if I was doing illegal stuff, I wouldn't even be on a podcast with you right now.
Totally.
I wouldn't want anyone near me.
Yeah. And this is the thing. Like, I would understand if you were completely naive as to what this process looked like, what to expect from going on a Housewives franchise. If this was 2015, maybe even 10 years ago. But this is a machine that is so well oiled. We know exactly how slick this production's going to be. We know
Right.
exactly what the fandom is like. Social media is well and truly here. You know,
and women and gays and fans are arguably better than FBI and federal investigators. Like, we can find out anything. We can literally
100%.
find out anything about anyone. Like, literally that TikTok that I was just talking about. Like, would never even think to do something like that.
Exactly. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, internet, go do your thing. Like that is
Right.
that is the thing that happens.
No, I know.
It is outrageous. But I have felt like Lisa, watching her this season, she has felt really nervous. She has felt quite unhinged. And I know that all the drama was around, you know, these so-called, you know, male expenses being paid elsewhere, or someone else having a credit card that she uses, or, you know, whatever those lawsuits were. But she has felt like there was an undercurrent there of someone who was sweating balls, you know, and
that's exactly what someone in one of the TikToks that I was watching, they were like, Lisa seems like nervous and like even kind of like a little bit more detached too. Like even like last night's episode, like she's like not even really hanging around the group much. Like she's just kind of like, you know, there, but not like there. I don't know.
I know. And it feels weird. And, you know, having met John Barlow briefly at BravoCon, he genuinely just seems like the nicest, sweetest, kindest, most like softly spoken, lovely guy who just loves his wife. And it's so hard to reconcile these potential crimes and cover-ups with this like genuinely sweet sort of,
I mean, it's kind of like Coach Shah. Like they just get wrapped up in this love that they have for these women that they've built lives and families with, that they would literally do anything for to like protect. And like he's just, you know, got caught up in it again. And all alleged, I mean, allegedly, no idea what's going on.
Well, that's right. I mean, like
it seems just like a little weird.
Yeah. But even to like hypothetically walk down the path, let's say Lisa comes to him and is like, John Barlow, I've got this amazing opportunity. I'm getting really frustrated. But like, imagine she comes to him like, got this opportunity.
Like literally the perfect Lisa Barlow impersonation.
Oh my God. So let's say Lisa comes to him. She's got this idea, or she's got this, you know, I've been given this opportunity with Vida Tequila. You know, is it the kind of relationship where he's like, wow, babe, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. You should go for it. And then he's not looking into the details. Or she's like, you know, don't worry, my business manager will deal with it. I don't want you to get involved. You just do your thing. I don't know. You know, and could he just
because I mean, I don't even know what, because he's in like venture capital, right? Does he do his own thing?
I'm not, which actually then doesn't make sense, because if your wife comes to you and I've got a business idea or opportunity, surely you would then look into the details.
Look into it, because like it's y'all likely both of your money. It's probably the same pot. I don't know.
Yeah. I know it is wild to think that these things can happen.
Oh, and then last night's episode too, where they're packing for Greece and she's talking about all of the designers. She's like, I have boxes of Chanel, I have boxes of Gucci that just got. I'm like, you guys just continue to flaunt this wealth, and no one knows what you do. No one knows what you do. I'm like, I just think about like, and especially like in this economy, I'm like, people are really just walking out their door and dropping $20,000 at Gucci right now. Yeah. Like really. Like that no one who has that kind of funny money right now. Like that's crazy. I mean,
how much do they get paid? You know, how much are they getting paid to be on the show right now? That would be considerable. They're like 5 years in, right? So the money's probably good.
Yeah.
There'd be influencer opportunities.
Sure. She is doing a lot of partnerships with like Wendy's and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But is that it? Like, is that it? And then that
but
goes
it's like
away.
that's
then,
not consistent. Like that's up and down income. So it's like you still have to have other steady income streams, which I've never seen Vita tequila in a liquor store.
no.
Ever. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I wouldn't, obviously. I just sometimes think I live in America and, like, you know, I haven't seen it in the stores either, but, like, it's not here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if, like, it's like, in stores outside of the Utah area, which, like, Utah isn't, like, a heavily... there's not a lot of alcohol per capita, like drinkers per capita in the state of Utah to begin with.
That's such a good point. Yeah.
Like it's Mormon central in Utah. And the Mormons that do drink, like, do it quietly.
Yes. That is such a good point. It is probably the worst state to try and have a liquor brand.
That's why I never understood. I'm like, I know you're Mormon 2.0, but like actual, like, hardcore Mormons would say you are not Mormon. Like, would look her in the face and say, like, you're not, because you don't follow the actual rules. Like the really, like, by the book ones. So it's just like interesting that, like, you would start a liquor business as a Mormon living in Utah. It's just...
So what do you think then? She took us to Mexico last year, and we went to go and see, you know, where Vita gets made, quote unquote. Like, what was all of that about? You know, is it where those very few bottles of tequila potentially get made, and that's it, and it's not actually just this huge thriving business that she's portraying it to be?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, another point in one of those videos was, like, people just kind of think that maybe these are just two money laundering schemes, like both Fresh Wolf and Vita are.
Wow.
But I'm like, neither of them are, like, a super cash heavy business. So it'd be a really silly business to launder money through.
True.
You know?
True. Very interesting. Oh my God. Okay. We are going to have to watch this one unfold. Thank you for bringing that one, like, fresh off the TikTok press.
So.
Wow.
Lots of stuff coming across my algorithm recently.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a lot happening. Did you see you saw the Summer House preview.
Yes.
And then Kyle, like, the big thing coming out of that is Kyle and Amanda, and there have been whispers for so long. And that's another thing where I just think, you know, relationships and businesses that are put in front of our eyes for consumption. And, you know, it's like if things aren't good, if things aren't going well, should it be, you know, should TV be the place for that? But then I guess you got to look at these personalities, and it's like, well, what is the number one driving factor? Is it fame for these people, or is it actually their real relationships and real, you know, private lives? And at this point, 10 years down the track with Summer House, is the show and the fame and all of that more important than the actual health of the relationship? You know, we've been seeing them struggle for so many years. From the beginning.
I don't think we've ever seen them have a good summer. Like, I think we've seen good weekends.
Yes.
But I don't know if we've ever seen a drama-free summer from them.
Yeah.
I feel like the least, if I'm thinking correctly, I feel like the least dramatic summer for them was maybe the COVID summer, where they all shared the house.
They stayed in the house. Except yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Because, or no, was that I don't know.
That was the Hannah of it all, when it was Hannah. Yeah,
because
Kyle.
Her and Kyle weren't fighting.
Yeah.
Amanda and Hannah were fighting.
Yes.
So Amanda and Kyle were leaning on each other. So I feel like they were, you know, their relationship was strong, and it was them against Hannah. They had a common enemy. So they were strong. So I feel like that was, but they still weren't like happy. Like,
no.
Yeah.
No. And it was the lead up to the wedding, and the wedding was stressful. And
because then it ended up getting postponed because of COVID, right? Longer.
That's right.
Like, because I think they were trying to find, or they had a venue, and then they ended up having to
Yes.
They found a venue, then they ended up moving it to Amanda's parents' house.
That's
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And I think there've always been enough other people in the hot seat to kind of get away with things. Like, people have always had comments about Kyle to Amanda. The girls have always kind of had something to say, but somebody else's relationship was always taking the heat. You know, and theirs just was in the background. And maybe there's nowhere to hide now, because Carl and Lindsay are well and truly done. Paige is no longer there. You know, I don't know, like, really. And the Sierra stuff is kind of, you know, coming and going. But maybe there's nowhere to hide now.
Here's what I think, or here's my prediction, or here's kind of just what I think is going on with them is I feel like they maybe are living apart. Like, I feel like that there's truth to that. And I know I think I made a meme about how, like, Dumois is, like, always wrong, which, like, she is, like, 9.5 out of 10 times she is. And, like, it used to be, like, fun to follow Dumois, because I feel like there used to be some, like, actual, like, research that went into, like, her posts or whatever. And now I feel like she just, like, shares anything willy-nilly, and it never like ends up actually coming to fruition, and people take it as fact the second she posts it. So, like, while I do feel like they're living apart, like, I think her posts recently implied that they're, like, not speaking, or there's, like, ill will, or, like, they're not, like, doing well in terms of, like, being friends. And what I think is happening is I think they're realizing they are better friends and business partners, but they are not, like, life partners and romantic partners anymore. Like, they're really good at, like, growing Loverboy and growing a business, and Amanda's really great at the branding, and they work really well together in that capacity. And they'd probably continue to work even better together if they weren't romantically involved. But who knows? I don't know, because I also don't see Kyle being the kind of guy that would let Amanda go and just let her, like get a divorce and let her, like, be able to still work with her professionally and see her, like, move on with a new guy. I don't think he's emotionally mature enough to do something like that either. I feel really sad for Amanda, because I really do like Amanda, and I am kind of a hopeless romantic. Like, I do love, and I see, like, potential and amazing qualities in Kyle, and I see, like, when they have good moments, like, I see the potential of how good they could be if he grew the fuck up. Like, if he could grow up, and, like, but it's like, you also can't, like, force people to change. And also, like, what is he, like, 42? Like, why are you 42 years old and starting to be a DJ? Like, Meredith Marks, it's funny because she's an empty nester, and she's in her 50s, and she wears her big sunglasses and a pink blazer and bedazzled headphones. And, like, same with Dorinda. Like, let the boomers be DJs and the Gen Xers be DJs. But, like, Kyle, like, we're not gonna, or, like, just society in general, we're not gonna continue to ask Amanda why she's not having a baby when her husband's a DJ, and what, he's gonna get home from the club at 4:30 in the morning and wake a newborn up? Like, no. Sorry. Like, no, I'd be pissed with me and my raw nipples if I got woken up in the middle of the night by this man that's trying to be a DJ.
Totally. And
Like, no.
where are you the rest of the time, you know? And we've seen from all of the seasons, certainly in recent years, he is so wedded to this business as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not entirely sure that they work well together. Remember Amanda was like trying to like he's forever calling her lazy and you know not
that's true.
invested enough, and I think her branding is beautiful, and I think you know creatively she could bring a lot to it, but I don't feel like that business is her passion.
No, it's not. It's not her passion project, but she does. I guess what I mean, like she does really well for the business what she's supposed to be doing, like for the business, like.
And I guess also from that fame
it's like
perspective,
also,
like they.
I feel like Kyle wants her to be like a salesperson. It's like, no, she's the graphic designer. She's going to sit on the couch and move some graphics around. And then once she sends you the proof, she's going to take a nap. Like she's not going to be cold calling Whole Foods in Louisiana to get it on the shelf. That's what a sales guy is for. Like that's not what she's here for. And she's here to go to the photo shoot and make everything look pretty and for Instagram and TikTok. Like, that's not her purpose. Like, you can't get mad at her for being the creative. She's the creative.
She's not
She's not the grinder.
And neither was Carl by the sounds of things, you know. But like I feel like that she's been fighting this losing battle with Kyle and his drive to be out. I mean, he's appears to be the true definition of an extrovert, and he loves being with people and he loves being at a party, and you know the best he could do would be like to come home at 2 a.m. and it was like, you know, hey, came home at 2, how, like that's like a casual night. And he, you know, had to put out a statement yesterday to kind of deal with the preview that came out where Amanda kind of finishes the preview saying Kyle slept at a fan's house, and he comes out basically confirming that he actually did do that, but it's not what we think. You know, that he's like, you know, I did a gig and then it went on to like a party and then the party went to afters, as if that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Go home after the gig, dude. Why are you going to the after party and then the after party? Like this, the kick-ons.
Also, like, Kyle, you don't like. You can be your extroverted self in different scenarios in the stage of life that you are. Like, there are plenty of parents that you can do things in parent circles and groups, and you can talk these parents' ears off. You can go to breweries with your kids and do, like, fun things as a dad. Like, also, the guy has to like snort Adderall because like how are you still partying at that capacity in your 40s?
Honestly, but he claims
I went
he
to his
doesn't
DJ
do
set
anything
in Vegas and I'm 32 and I literally thought I was going to need to go to the hospital the next day.
Totally. I had lunch with my girlfriends. It was like an end of year catch up. We went hard and we had kick-ons. One of the girls, her husband was away and she organized for the kids to be at the grandparents. And so we were like having the 4 of us kick-ons at her place, and we were still home by 10:30. Yeah. You know, like that was cool. We'd had a great time, and the kids are still going to be there in the morning at 6 a.m. waking us up. So it's like, you know, who wants to? So it just screams he's not ready for any of the reality.
Well, it's like, I don't even know why he rushed like getting married to begin with, because was it, I need to think back. Was it Amanda pushing getting engaged and getting married?
It was probably that social pressure that sort of comes around for everybody after a couple of years in a relationship.
They weren't even like dating. They hadn't even been dating that long, and they had like multiple cheating moments. It's like when you have multiple infidelities in a relationship prior to even being engaged, like maybe you should date for, well, one, I probably wouldn't marry someone that cheated on me while dating. To each their own, but I just personally probably wouldn't be able to ever fully trust again. But like that, you should probably date for like 5 or 6 years to really, make sure this person, work on that. Like, go to therapy and, like, make sure that, like, there's a solid base there before you sign up to be with this person. I don't know.
100%. No, I'm with you. And I think that's why we see her spiraling the way that she does when he's out. I mean, less so in recent years because she's just been very happy just being a bed bug. But, like, that is also
that's
concern.
Clinical depression.
Yeah. Well, there was that. Yeah. The Prozac, she said, has done wonders. And same with Sierra. So I'm looking forward to seeing Sierra's kind of bounce back with her energy and getting out of that bed. But,
I know they have their little, like, Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where they didn't get out of bed for 3 summers.
Yes, totally. That's exactly right. And it was so, it did my head in. I hated watching the bed bug of it all. Like, get up and go and do something, or, like, don't be on the show and send us people who will do something. But, I feel like a lot of those signs in a relationship are not great. Like, she never seems to want to be with him, but she also doesn't want him out till all of the hours in the morning. She doesn't seem to be his priority. His priority has always seemed to be whatever he wants to do, and it's the after parties and the kick-ons, and he can't escape his own FOMO, He's just constantly in that state of FOMO.
Yeah.
And they just feel like they want completely different things, and that's fine. But, like, why stay together?
I know.
But, all of these other little things keep coming out as well. Like, did you see Matt Rogers on Watch What Happens Live saying he feels like she's about to have her Paige starring moment, and maybe he knows something, but we know what that means.
Like, she's about to have her single girl just absolute glow up,
maybe. And you throw it back, it's really the Ariana and Sandoval kind of situation,
right? I don't know if I don't know if I mentioned this on the last podcast, but Amanda was, like, coming off of a panel, and I think it was the one where, and I made a reel about this like last week, where I think it was the panel where all the Bravo celebrities that have brands, like, basically do their kind of, like, infomercial talking about their brands and, like, how they got founded or whatever and whatever. But Ashley, the Bravo mom, and I were, like, literally right there where, where they all kind of exit the stage and you can kind of, like, grab them and get selfies. Well, Amanda comes off with, like, her handler, and she literally looked like a shell of a person. Like, so sad. Like, her hands were kind of, like, up by her face, and, like, she looked like she was literally about to start crying. And, like, we both, like, didn't even, like, say anything to her, because I was like, I'm literally not going to be that person that like, she looks like she's going through it right now. Like, and we were like, I wonder. And we, like, looked at each other, like, after she, like, walked away, and we're like, I wonder if, like, something, because it was right when that whole rumor about them living apart had come out right before BravoCon. I was like, I wonder if something about her and Kyle's relationship came up, like, on the panel that, like, got her upset or whatever. And then of course Kyle comes off next, just happy-go-lucky. He looks like nothing happened, and he's totally fine. And but it was really, really sad. And I was like, I just don't like that for her.
Yeah, you could feel it.
You could literally, like, feel the energy. I was like, that's not just, like, someone, and, like, I know she's an introvert, and I know she has social anxiety, and I know she probably gets, like, super overwhelmed by, like, stuff like BravoCon. I was like, that's not just someone that has social anxiety. That's someone that's like, I just got off a stage with someone that I was just like, or someone said something that just really upset me, and I had to smile and grin and bear it through it, and now I'm off this stage and I can, like, break down.
Yeah. Because, there was so much hate about that at BravoCon, and I wonder, Kyle's response seemed to be a couple of times that I saw, no, we're always going through things, but, we are together, so I thought that was interesting. But technically, they're married. So technically you can say, oh, we are still technically together, even if we are separated and going through challenges and you know.
I did think all of their stories were really funny. Like when the Dumois post came out about it and Amanda was like, hey guys, and she was like in Gemma's playhouse, and then Kyle like knocked on the door and he was like, it's your husband, estranged. I was like, that's like cute and funny. But that's where I was like, I kind of feel like we're seeing them just kind of be like friends right now. Like, or maybe they really like had a breakthrough. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe they've made like progress in their relationship and like have kind of like seen through the other side. I don't think so, because he's still out there trying to be a DJ, and he was, you know, there. What, BravoCon was literally a month ago, and he was DJing a set at BravoCon, and she was not there. Like,
no, she wasn't.
That girl was in bed, snuggled up in her PJs.
I can't blame her. I mean, I did go past his set on the way out that day, and I was like, actually, this is pretty good. But you know, it's not ideal for a relationship where one person doesn't want to live that life. And I could not think of anything worse than being married to a DJ or an aspiring DJ at this point in my life. Absolutely not. You know, I don't want that.
And especially when you've been with someone for that long, and they've probably been married 5 years now,
maybe
ish. 4 or 5 years now. You're probably getting the question constantly, when are you having kids? And then all of that pressure typically goes to the woman. And I would just be like beyond irritated. I'd be like, don't put this on me. Ask grandpa over there who wants to be the DJ.
Yeah, totally. Because it also seems unrealistic. Like last season, I think there was that pressure, and Amanda was answering some of it, saying that, you know, she wants to give her body and her brain a break from the depression that she's been in, and the medication's working, and she just wants to like enjoy being happy and feeling stable. And, you know, it sort of made it sound a little bit like Kyle was ready for babies. But, you know, again in the clip, and I know we only see it was seconds of a clip, but, you know, he's having a tantrum again about Amanda not supporting him or like not, you know, being happy for him. But it's like, dude, she never wanted this. She wants the opposite of this in your relationship. Why would she then be the champion of you going out and being asleep on a fan's couch till
like
6:30
she can be like supportive from afar. Like she doesn't have to be there either. Like, I don't know, like, but I'm just, why is everyone trying to be a DJ? Why does everyone have to be a DJ?
Even Erika Jayne is now turning into a DJ, and she's coming to Australia. She'll be in Sydney in February. Oh, really? And I'm not going because she's DJing, and I'm like, I don't need to see people just standing there pressing play and like, yay.
No, okay, so then let's segue into Beverly Hills, because I saw someone like say like, literally like, why is Erika Jayne on the show? We literally know nothing about her. She's been on for what, like 7-8 years, and we literally know nothing about her personal life. She gives us nothing but some pretty outfits to look at. Like, I'm over her. I'm over Erika Jayne. I'm sorry. I'm done with her. Especially after how vile she was while Tom was going through all of his legal stuff. Like, I'm sorry. You can maintain your innocence and not be a raging bitch and and still have empathy for the victims that he hurt. Like, you don't care about them.
No, we never saw.
I don't know. I'm over her.
No. Yeah, I feel the same way, and it was all of that really turned me off Beverly Hills, and I stopped watching. Well, to be fair, it was Lisa Rinna tanking the show for me originally that pushed me away. Then I sort of came back in.
Lisa Rinna has me blocked.
Oh, really? Not a bad one. Not a bad one to be blocked by. I don't think you're missing anything except that she's going to be on the Traitors. But like that also turns me off the Traitors. Like I have no interest in watching her. But it's a bit the same with Erika Jayne. Like, I just feel, it's kind of like a Jen Shah situation. There are genuine victims here. Even if it wasn't you directly, it was your husband at any point. And look, I understand
And you
legally.
lived so lavishly.
Yes.
So lavishly. And they funded your
entire career.
Yeah, your entire career that was not really even like a career. It was just like a hobby career.
Yeah.
No.
No, I know. And, we would feel so differently had she come out and said, I'm horrified to be learning all that we're learning about Tom. I want to make sure that the victims are taken care of. But there was never any.
And you can say that while still saying, I can't speak on an ongoing investigation.
Yeah.
When things come out and I don't know, rulings are made and victims are determined, I want those victims to be taken care of, or, whatever. Like, say whatever you need to say. The alleged victims, keep it vague, but don't admit anything, but say when things are decided, I want to make sure that people who are owed are given what they deserve. That's all you have to say.
Or even a step less than that. You could just say, I too am learning about all of these terrible tragedies that these people are alleging Tom was involved in. If this really happened, my heart is so broken for them. Like, something. You don't even have to say you hope they get money. Just any basic level of human
empathy.
Care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're right. And since then, I think she truly feels like she is so hard done by, and she is a victim here. And they took her house and they took all of her potential inheritance that she, to be fair, had been playing the long game for.
Yeah.
But,
But it's like you don't deserve any of that, because Tom didn't earn any of that either. None of you earned. Like, he didn't earn that, so by proxy, you didn't earn that. Like, that is not your money.
True.
That's not your money. That is the victim's money.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you. I think with the addition of Rachel Zoe, who to me brings so much, and like the sizzle we've been missing in Beverly Hills.
I love her. Did you watch the episode with her back?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my main takeaway from that first episode is Rachel Zoe is an incredible mother. Like, she loves her kids more than anything, and she loves them fiercely, and she will do anything she can to make those boys' lives perfect. And also, I didn't realize that Roger was kind of a dick.
No, that was a surprise to me too.
Yeah, like, that was really surprising. And again, this goes back to Erika Jayne gives us nothing. Rachel Zoe, she's spilling the tea day frickin' one. She's like, seriously, oh, you do the math on his girlfriend. I was like, okay, sis, I will do the math on his girlfriend. And it sounds like there was maybe a little bit of overlap.
Yeah, totally. And I think,
love that.
Same. And she's a star in her. I mean, she always has been. And, she's been a little bit out of the spotlight, in recent years. But it's like we just picked up where we left off with her. And it's even better than before, because before
she's so fabulous. She's just so fabulous. She's just like so unapologetically herself. And I love her. I love her. Yeah. And I think her and Kathy will just feed off of each other really, really, really well, because Kathy is just so quirky, and then Rachel kind of has her own quirks, but she's more normal than Kathy. Yeah. So they will just really just bounce off of each other really well. And I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see now Dorit is going to be fighting with Erika. Like, Dorit's making enemies all over the place.
Totally. She has got no patience for anything anymore. And I think she's seen the value in bringing all of that reality to the show. you know, that like I've got no fucks to give left attitude.
Yeah.
Where before it was so fake and it was so cultivated. And now I think she realizes, oh, hang on, no, the fans actually really respond to me just not giving a shit.
Well, that's another thing. I've said that for years. Reality TV viewers are smart, and we can sniff out a fake storyline like that. Like, we don't like fake, we don't like phony, we don't like bullshit fights that don't matter. Like, I want the real deal everything. Like, I want to know everything that's going on in your life. I don't want it sugar coated. That's why I'm kind of like Luke. I know Kyle is an OG and I know she's the longest running housewife. I'm kind of lukewarm on Kyle because again, we don't know anything about Kyle. Like, give me the tea on Mauricio. I don't want this sugar coated shit. I want you talking about how he's doing dance parties in the middle of a store and on People Magazine and all of this other bullshit. Like, he's just so cringe right now. He's so cringy and just like dancing around with women that are your daughter's ages. It's just gross. He's just nasty and gross. And he used to be like the prized possession house husband that was like so put together. And like they were going to be this couple that we're going to see like that were going to die old together. Like I thought they were going to be the longest standing couple on Bravo because they just had this like amazing relationship. But like everyone loves Kyle. And I'm like, Kyle doesn't give us anything. She gives us this like phony bullshit and like Kathy, we get more from Kathy than we do from Kyle.
Totally. I completely agree. And I don't know like what the solution is.
And Kathy's a friend of. Kathy's not even a housewife.
Exactly. But, you know, there are just some parts of the franchise that are feeling stale. Like that's the vibe. It's like it's stale. I'm not really
it's like, Kyle, interested. I want to know, did you have sex with Morgan?
Yes.
Did you hook up with Morgan? Like, and I know that maybe that's like infringing on Morgan's privacy, but like you can tell us in other ways or like be open and like I guess, like, I don't need you to, like, I don't want to out someone or whatever. Like, you can come out or, like, you know, talk about your sexuality when you're ready. So, like, I don't want to, like, force that on someone. But it's, like, just be open about what's going on in your personal life. Where, like, all we see are, like, Kyle's dogs running around and her daughters having these very surface level conversations where, like, Dorit is, like, talking mad shit about PK. And it's, like, I want to know about that. I want to know that you were so disgusted with him, you couldn't even sit next to him at your son's baseball game. Like, that is what I want to see.
Absolutely. That is exactly what the problem is. And, you know, like, of course, we're all being generous in the sense that it's like, oh, no, nobody should be outed. But nobody ever asked her to explain her sexuality until she started going gaga over this girl that she brought onto the show. Like she
you didn't have to bring her, you didn't have to record with her and get her initial on your arm or have her write your initial on her arm and film it. No one would have even talked about that. So it's like you're giving us these little nuggets to get us talking about it. So you want us to talk about it and you want us to talk about you, but you don't want to tell us. It's just like, like that I don't like because it's not authentic.
No, exactly. Just tell us what's happening in your life or don't be on a reality show.
Right? Yeah. It's like when you have to like filter some of your life, then it comes off as inauthentic because it's like politicians, right? It's like if a politician can speak freely because they're not beholden to like a corporate donor or something. I'm talking about like speaking in American politics. Then they can speak freely and have a stance and have a backbone because they're not beholden to anyone. Where then like corporate politicians literally give you that word salad response because they have to like appease everyone. They have to appease their constituents and they also have to appease their donors. That's how I feel about housewives that aren't authentic and can't openly share everything that's going on in their lives.
Yes, that is the perfect analogy. Because even when I see interviews with Kyle on social media, I just flick straight past. Like there is nothing. I know she's giving you that corporate politician response. And
which is so funny that she was on Watch What Happens Live with that representative from US Congress, because she was like, oh my gosh, you are a politician. Like she kept commenting on his political responses, which is so funny that we're like
so
full
funny.
circle.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, of course you like that, Kyle. Of course, because he's answering exactly like you do.
So familiar. Why do we connect like this? Totally,
right?
Totally. But yeah, it's boring. You know, I don't. But then I saw like Rachel Zoe. There was a clip from the Lipstick on the Rim with Molly Sims podcast, and just the little flashes of like 2-second statements that she was making in a preview for the episode. I was like hooked. Like, tell me more. I want to see. Like, this is exciting. You don't know what she's going to say. You don't know what she's going to reveal. You know she's going to talk about her life in a real way. Whereas anything else with Kyle, I'm just like, nah, boring.
I think I saw a clip of her. I don't know if it was out like Watch What Happens Live or if it was on like a thing from BravoCon, but like someone was handing her pictures of outfits that all of her castmates had worn and asking for her opinion on it. And I loved how she didn't trash anyone. Like I was like, that's a girl's girl. I was like, and it's like she could have like read any outfit for Phyllis, but she found something like nice to say about every single outfit. And it's like clothes. So it's like she could have said like something looked bad and like, you know, said it, and like her castmates probably wouldn't have gotten like upset or mad about it. Maybe like Dorit.
Yeah, she could have said like, something like, you know, it's not like, my taste, but it looks amazing
but she had
on
something
her.
nice to say about every single person, and I was like, love her even more. I'm like,
totally.
No, she's
I
great.
think she is emerging as the star of Beverly Hills.
What are your thoughts on Bose? Do you like Bose? Or I kind of feel the same like, a little bit about, like, I feel like I don't know her a lot yet.
Same. I feel like there's, I like her. I can see glimpses of like, wow, like there is so much here. And like seeing her in person at BravoCon, like she was honestly another one of those like Amazonian queens, these tall, amazing, stunning women that were just everywhere there. But she's spectacular to look at. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, she has had this huge career and we've sort of like had glimpses of it, or it's like been hinted at, but we don't really get any depth about all of that. Like she's on a show with Jimmy Kimmel because of her marketing background. Like
I know, I would like to know more about her career, and it's like I don't know how much she's able to really talk about the details of it because of like NDAs and stuff, like just being and because what did she work for? Did she work for Uber or Twitter?
Uber. I mean, so many huge brands. I was looking it up the other day. So many huge brands. And there was like a bit of a scandal, you know, out when maybe even last year talking about like, oh, well, her, you know, she has very short periods of employment with these big companies. But my understanding is that's kind of the role that she comes in and is on a contract to try.
She's like the chief marketing officer? Is that kind of what she is? Or?
Well, yeah, so I'm not sure. Was she the CMO or was she coming in to sort of fix things? Like there's a marketing or a branding issue, or people are just the company needs a lift, and she's the pro to come in and turn things around, almost like a consultant. You know, I'm not entirely sure, but there's obviously a huge career in the background for her, having worked at these enormous brands or companies. So yeah, would love to understand more about her rise and, you know, her boss era.
Oh, she was at Netflix too.
Oh, okay.
And Apple.
Yep.
And Uber and Pepsi. Wow. Okay.
Wow. I mean, so this is enormous.
She was Netflix first Black C-suite executive. Like, that's massive. Wow. That's cool.
Incredible.
Yeah. See, like, so I want to hear more about that.
So
and like, I feel like that would be really inspiring for like other like women and also women of color to like hear more about her career and her experience and how she got there and like what you know, kind of what she did to climb the corporate ladder. Like that.
She doesn't have to give away any secrets about the companies, but we want to know about her because I feel like there's a deep ocean there with her, and I would love to know more. And she's got like some tragic personal background as well.
Oh, really?
Didn't her husband die?
Oh, yeah. He had cancer, I think. Yeah, that's right. No, so like we really didn't hear much about that after that.
Yeah. And like these are huge.
And last season was her first season, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we could still learn more
about
her. We could get there with her.
But I feel like she could be like a potentially amazing addition. Rachel is a no-brainer, amazing addition. Kathy's
okay, what do you think about Garcelle just ghosting everyone?
I mean, I get it. Yeah. I actually don't blame her.
No.
I feel like none of these people really were her friend.
No, they weren't.
She was so much like higher above all of this stuff.
No, they never stood up for her ever.
No.
And they never like heard her out. Like, I don't know. I feel like as a white woman, I try to be really conscious about like, if I hear a person of color say, oh, that's not right. Or even if I just come across like a comment on on Instagram or anywhere where someone's like, oh, that actually like is not okay to say. I'm like, oh, I actually never thought about it that way, obviously, because how would I could never have the lived experience of a Black person, but like, I'm gonna shut up because, and I'm gonna let you feel how you feel, because I could never understand how you feel in this world with the rampant racism that people of color deal with. So it's like that's all her cast literally, like when she does bring that kind of stuff up, that's all her cast has to say to her. They just have to say, like, I'm sorry and I hear you and I could never understand how you feel. And we're here to listen and learn and understand. Like, or seek to understand, because we'll never fully understand. I just feel like they never tried to like even like get her really in any.
And it was very dismissive as well of her experience, and she tried a number of times to explain it. Like there was the whole kind of interaction with Dorit, and Dorit like was like, "What? Like, what are you?" And then trying to justify whatever she had said. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was always the justification and like dismissing of what Garcelle was trying to explain, and
for sure
the opposite of what you're talking about doing. And you can understand why she just was like, you know what, fuck you all. This is bullshit. I'm out of here, and I'm going to keep going and doing my amazing things.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like what even triggered it after the reunion that just made her like walk away. Just
I think
everything just kind of getting piled on during the reunion.
And I think it was Sutton as well not having her back, and Sutton was like trying to play devil's advocate or supported something Kyle said or something.
And like Kyle and Garcelle have always kind of clashed, so it's like and then I don't know, I feel like that's like Sutton trying to get back in the good graces with Kyle after they beefed a little bit, and it's just like
and I think that was a big thing for Garcelle, constantly kind of saying like, you've got such a hard on for Kyle, like it's ridiculous. So she actually tried to have conversations with her about it, and I think Sutton just
dismissed her as
So that's sad, because that could have been.
I liked Garcelle.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. But I feel like Bose could pack a punch, and we just need to like let her. She seems like a very strong, clear person. I guess you'd have to be an executive at that level. Like, what you like and you don't like, what you'll accept and what you won't. It's interesting that she came in and became so close to Dorit straight away. Like that wouldn't be the obvious choice.
I did not expect those two to buddy up. Yeah. It was surprising.
Yeah. But it was like in a moment where Dorit needed people to hear her, and the others were keeping her exactly where they've kind of always had her, which is like, a step below them, you know,
Yeah.
the kind of wannabe where Kyle was already kind of the queen bee, and no one was giving her that opportunity really to grow and, you know, become the woman that we're now seeing unfold on, you know, these recent seasons. And it's like Bo stepped in and was like, I actually see you and I hear you and I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, you feel like it's going to be is Beverly Hills Landing for you where you would like to see it?
It is. Yeah. I think I mean, one episode in, I thought it was good. I mean, I feel like for me, for every single franchise show on Bravo, if whether it's a series premiere or a season premiere, I think the first episode is always boring. It's always nothing truly interesting happens because they have to set the stage. We have to like reintroduce where everyone is at in their lives. It's all just like character development again. It's like same with like the new Vanderpump Rules. Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, the first episode was so boring." I'm like, "We don't know these people. We have no idea who these people are. We're literally just meeting them for the first time. You are comparing this to people that we knew for 13 years or however long or 10 years, however long Vanderpump Rules original was on." So it's like, I don't know. I just think every first episode is boring because it just kind of has to set the stage. And it's like no drama happens in that first like hour. It's 60 minutes that they have to splice together of what, 5-6 full-time cast members. So you have to get, so each cast member basically gets 10 minutes to show us what they've been up to for the last year and a half or however long they've been off our screens. So it's like, yeah, of course it's boring because we saw nothing.
Yeah, true. It's setting it all up. Having said that, I have not watched the first episode of Vanderpump Rules yet. I still have that resistance, not because I'm wedded to the old cast. I was over the old cast too. Like, I was quite happy not to have VPR back in my life at all, to be honest. And I'm quite happy with Southern Hospitality taking that place. So I think there's a little resistance from me. Like, oh, do we have to do this again? Like, okay. But what do you think? Do you think
I like it? I think it has legs. I do.
Yeah.
It's clearly a different like generation. It's fun being able to see Sir again in the actual like bar capacity where you're seeing Lisa walk into the restaurant. Everyone's, you know, getting all buttoned up and there's some true like stars. So Venus, one of the servers, he's the gay guy with the beautiful long locks. He's a star. He is an absolute star in the making. I love him. Natalie, I would say, is the villain. She is season 1 Stassi and Sheena if they had a baby. Like,
oh my God.
And I don't particularly care for her, honestly. And I actually think she is trying too hard and is a bit overproduced. If I had to like provide like an actual criticism of the show, like a producer should step in and be like, you got to tone it down because it's feeling a bit like manufactured. Audrey Lingle is the hostess and she's adorable. She literally looks like Sydney Sweeney, which pisses me off every time that she's on my TV because I'm like, God, you just look like Sydney Sweeney. But like, she's just adorable and cute and spunky and fun. But like, it's just like the classic drama. The girls that work there that are dating these fuck boys that literally, I'm like, Marcus, who's the guy that is dating Kim, one of the other servers, who literally looks like Randall from Monsters Inc. I'm like, this is the guy. This is the guy that we're just torn up about. I'm like,
wow.
So it's like, I will say, like, and this is kind of mean, but like, this cast is not as pretty as the old cast. Like, they're not as pretty to look at. Minus Venus and Audrey. Like, they're pretty. Venus is gorgeous. He's flawless. He literally looks like the dogs that have that long, beautiful hair. It's like an Afghan hound or whatever.
Yes,
yeah. He literally looks like that. He's
wow.
stunning.
Yeah.
Love
it.
But yeah, I mean, I think it has legs. I think it has potential. I'm eager to see how it like continues to like grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to have to watch it, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I watch all my shows running on a treadmill, right?
Oh, okay.
And I was waiting for this new treadmill to arrive. I bought myself a Christmas present of like a really big fancy treadmill. I've really upgraded from the Amazon treadmill that I had for the last couple of years or last year or so. And so I've sort of been delaying shows just because I know that I'm going to be back on the treadmill and I'm going to be needing my shows because otherwise it's just so boring running.
For sure. Yeah.
And so maybe, okay, I'll save that one for a run. I've been keeping up with Below Deck, although I think I'm an episode behind in that one too.
I really don't watch Below Deck.
Oh, really?
I don't. I watch it like here and there. And I like it. Like I like it's not something I watch consistently. Like I've seen it. Yeah. I love Chef Ben. I love Kate Chastain. Like I know those people, and I loved it when it was like Ben, Kate, Captain Lee. Like that is like the era
the
Below
OG.
Deck that I like. The OG love that. But like the new ones, I haven't really like watched much. But if there was one that I should watch, which one should I watch? Is it Down Under?
I think the next season of Down Under will be good. The Salt Lake City crossover one, I think, will be really good.
Oh, because then we'll see the other side of that.
Yeah. And it's Chef Ben. He's back. And we've got Captain Jason, Daisy from Sailing
I
Yacht.
do like Daisy. I do like her. Yeah.
So I think that one will be a good one. It is all the same. It is literally the same. It is 6 weeks in a pressure cooker environment. We're watching people working around the clock, you know, creating an experience for people with a lot of money.
From where that's filmed are from you? Like, is that like near you at all?
Well, no. So I think they've only had one season that is actually filmed in Australia, and that was in far north Queensland. So the other end of the country from where I am. But I think then the next one was, you know, somewhere near Australia, like
so not even it's like just somewhere in the sea near Australia.
Yeah, like maybe like in the, you know, southern hemisphere, but like I can't remember where it was now, but it was, I don't know, like near a tropical sort of place. I honestly can't remember, but you know, I think it's the same thing. They filmed it. Where were they? Because the Salt Lake City girls had to take like 17 flights, you know?
I know. Gosh, I can't even like say the name. It started with like a C or Canon.
Yes. Was it a Pacific island of some kind? Do we need to Google this? Where was Below Deck Down Under filmed on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Okay. Come on, Google. Do your thing. The Grenadines, Caribbean.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So not what I would call down under at all, but maybe it's down under because we've got Captain Jason, who's an Australian captain. So it's like down under with the Aussie captain. You know?
It's a stretch, I guess.
But we've got an Aussie captain on regular Below Deck as well. Captain Kerry is Australian as well.
Yes. Yeah.
We like the ocean here. You know, we're known for the ocean.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do think you can dip in and out. It's sort of it is like every season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can join like literally in the middle of the season and kind of know what's, because I mean, it all kind of starts over with each
new crew.
What I'm blanking on the word that they call them. Whatever.
New season? New I don't know.
Charter.
New charter.
Each new charter guest. That's the word.
Yeah, so there's new charter guests. The crew turns over each season. People will get fired. You know, there's crew hookups, there's, you know, crazy nights out and insane pressure around the clock. They live and work together. And there's really no other show like it because they are living and working together. And, you know, they're actually people working in the service industry, whereas every other one of these shows, it's, you know, people with their money and the flip side of that. So apart from
I mean, the closest thing to Below Deck was Summer House during COVID, where they all lived in the house together while they worked remotely, which is just crazy.
Totally. Yeah. So yeah, it's a combination of the real world, Big Brother, and Vanderpump Rules in a sense, because they're working hard in the service industry, you know, and they work so hard. Like I could never do the job that they do like that. It is.
I couldn't sleep. I don't think I could sleep in one of those cabins. I think I would get too claustrophobic.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're on the sea as well. So like, you know, there's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I think I would get seasick.
Yeah, like poor Angie Kate. That was shocking, terrible. Oh, now listen, Kat, we are now going over an hour again.
I know.
And I just love talking to you. I mean, there is so much we could get into every single
I'll literally
time.
come back once a month if you'll have me. We can just talk once a month.
Okay, I would love that. Love that. Because, you know, I really like the intersection of what you do. And for people that may not be following you already, you know, you've kind of got your own niche, which is politics and Bravo. And
it is,
you know, I love that. What can you give anyone a little snapshot of like the things that you're really kind of focusing on at the moment?
Or at the moment,
things that have your attention?
Things that have my attention. I just making sure that democracy in the United States doesn't die. Just really focused on the midterms in 2026 and making sure that we continue to keep the right to vote because that's important. So if you're in the US and you're listening, please make sure you're registered to vote and support Democratic politicians because they are literally the only ones that are going to save us from this hellscape that we are in right now.
Not a big opinion at all. Just a little side.
So that's what I'm really focused on is just saving the world.
Okay, cool. I mean, just a side mission. It's not a big deal at all.
No, but yeah, I mean, there's some really great other, you know, moms and people that I follow that are also really focused on the same thing. But I try to do it with humor too. I try to make it as funny as possible because at the end of the day, the United States is being run by a bunch of fucking morons that are just the biggest dweebs in the entire world. And we can't lose the world to dweebs. So I will leave everyone with that.
Wow. Lovely final thought. I love it.
Yeah. Keeping it really light.
Yeah, keeping it super light. Super light at the end of the chat, you know. But you know what? This is we all have the right to our thoughts and opinions.
We do.
And
yes.
and
you have the right to disagree with everything that I just said too.
Sure.
Because that's the great thing about the country that I live in.
Well, for now.
If speech remains free.
Yeah. Well, everybody make sure you are following Kat at Worm With A Mustache. I will put the links in the show notes and you can click right through, give her a follow. The content is great. You don't have to be deep into politics to get on board. It's all totally consumable. And, you know, I love it. So keep up the great work, Kat.
That pitch wasn't really great and reflective of what my account is like at all. It's a lot more digestible.
Yeah, and lots of Bravo and
lots of Bravo
and like all the stuff we love to escape reality with.
Yes.
Yeah.
With some politics.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Kat. Yeah, bit of politics. I love chatting with you. Thank you so much again for your time and can't wait for the next one already.
Yes. Thank you again.
No worries. Bye.